cellular data. Actually broadcast goes through Wi-Fi right there. Hey guys, how's it going? MCAT is here live at the Missoula County Fair here at the Western Montana State Fair here at the Missoula County Fairgrounds.
There you go.
Yep, there's a lot of events happening. Things are kicking off. The gate it officially opens. The fair officially opens now at 5 p.m. The rides, it's a soft opening. Emily Bentley, who is the Missoula County Fair Development Director here, who just told us that the rides are not operational until tomorrow. So you guys got to wait until tomorrow, but there's still plenty of disgusting, wonderful, amazing food that you guys can enjoy here at the fair. Starting
funnel
now.
Cakes!
Yep, funnel cakes.
Grab your funnel cakes.
So you, that was the first thing that you noticed was funnel cakes. Yep.
That's true. That's true. I have a bottomless stomach, so I want to know what are the offerings, and I had to know what are they, and thankfully Scott knew what they were. Elephant ears, which didn't help me at all.
There's like 5 different names for the same thing, which is basically deep fried bread. You got funnel cake, there's fry bread, Indian tacos, many different names for basically one thing.
Yeah.
Deep fried bread with sugar on top, and that's one of the many things that people can get at the fair. Something, especially from my memory past, is like I'm a big fan of candied apples for sure. So we basically have apples, and they dip them in like hard candy, and then they basically harden. So it's like a nice hard. I guess think of it as a Tootsie Pop, but inside is an apple.
Very chewy.
Yep.
You know, the caramel kind of gets stuck on the roof of your mouth, and there's cotton candy, there's chocolate covered, probably bananas. I remember that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you got Vikings, which are basically kind of like sausages. It's like a hot dog, but they call them Vikings. They have all sorts of many different kinds of foods. They have pizza in a cup.
I actually heard that tomorrow there's an international food competition.
Yes, they have many different food competitions happening this week. One of which is like create your own sandwich competition.
Cool.
Many through the culinary programs, and I think this is run through the Missoula College, because Missoula College is getting pretty forward-thinking when it comes to a lot of their food competitions and whatnot. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Just kind of. They have many food competitions. They have many other like arts and crafts competitions. I've interviewed some people before where they're talking about their garden competition. So many of the entries and stuff like that are long gone, but now you get to see all the winners of basically everything that makes your neighborhood look great. Photography, media. There's Lego sets that get made that people win rewards for. But most of all, what fair's a lot about, it has everything to do with the animals. So there's animals.
Petting zoos.
Yes. They have a lot of petting zoos for a lot of the younger goats, but what they do is for
rabbit hopping. Was it rabbit jumping competitions?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that, but do you know when that is around?
Yeah, let me check my handy dandy schedule.
So 4-H or FFA, Future Farmers of America, a lot of the kids raise their cattle themselves, and they can see if they can win awards for this. But also, by the end of the fair, be able to sell it as well.
So on Friday from 6 to 8 p.m., if you've never seen a rabbit jumping demonstration, you're in luck. Come on down to the Western Montana Fairgrounds and you'll be able to check that out. And if you want to come a little earlier, you could also catch the llama costume contest at 4 p.m. I've never seen something like that. Have you?
No. But I am excited for many of the animal things. They have, I believe, they do like they're having a kitty rodeo.
Cool.
So it's great, and there's like a it's a kind of competition for young boys and girls to do like a nice little rodeo and do like the kind of get started with that. Not as dangerous as like riding on like wild horses and whatnot like that, and not as like cute as what they do with mutton busting, which they basically put fully padded 2-year-olds on a sheep and just let them go. But there's a lot of just like crazy things that happen during the fair. Most of people who know the fair are just like, okay, I know what to expect from the fair, but there are so many things that are happening down here. I'm excited because Cold Hard Cash, which is a Johnny Cash cover band, will be playing this weekend as well. There's going to be High Country Cowboys, which will be at the basically right next door to us, which is the Stampede stage. It's really nice. It's like it's grass covered, nice little cool area just to kind of relax, and it's basically beer and music. There's a bunch of beer and gardens
of seating
and stuff.
In case you have family that you want to make sure that people are seated, whether it's your kids, your grandma, your grandpa, and also that's tomorrow at 5:30, so it's coming right up.
Yeah, this is more like kind of an introductory thing, so we're going to be kind of like covering different events throughout this fair, which include all sorts of different things. Tomorrow we're definitely going to be checking out the, from what I remember, what was it again?
We were actually going to go to the the High Country Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. And just see their the Stampede stage, which is kind of like a music venue for a lot of musicians to go there and play. But there'll also be a bunch of things happening at the grandstands, the main stands, where they used to have horse races. Spoiler: there's no more horse races. Sorry, guys. And a lot of people were just like, I want to go to those horse races. Let their kids go off and do the rides. And that's kind of what people were so used to.
Yeah, I remember that growing up.
But the fair, what they're doing differently this year is that's free. You just walk through the gate. You can walk back and forth without being like, hey, you got to pay. It's like, no, you don't. You just walk right in. And everything else around here is, you still have to pay for pretty much everything. Food, entertainment.
Right.
Of course, there's a lot of entertainment that's free. There's like petting zoos. You have to pay. You don't have to pay to go to the petting zoos, but you do have to pay if you're going to get any like those couple of little food that the animals love.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They get a little ambitious with that sometimes, so you might want to keep an eye on your kids when you're doing the small petting zoos, because once they have the things, basically the goats are really sneaky, and they sneak up and they just like eat the whole cup, and the kids are like, ah! Then you get a chance to give them any food or anything like that.
Sneaky goats. Well, I do, as we're standing here, I'm looking around and I see a ton of little kids, families.
Yeah. People are getting ready, people are setting up, people are dropping things off, people are cleaning things up and around and getting prepared for all the festivities that will be happening starting today, August 8th, and then ending pretty much the same time as it starts today at 5 p.m. on Sunday. But of course, I wanted to mention, because Emily Bentley, who was talking to us just a little bit earlier, was saying that they're having Demolition Derby that helps benefit people who work in wildfires.
Wildland Firefighters Foundation. It's a benefit to help support that foundation. And
there's 2 chances to catch the Demolition Derby on this Sunday, right? Or
Sunday, yep. Sunday at 4:30 and 8:30 p.m. You can come out, and any proceeds raised will help that benefit.
But also, she also mentioned that you guys can come down and make suggestions for the fair, and you go on to the, of course, the first building over here is the commercial building, and where a lot of booths and a lot of things will be happening. You can actually talk to the people from the fair and just be like, hey, I know I want this, or we shouldn't have that kind of thing. Just make suggestions, and they will.
And maybe you can explain that, because I personally didn't know that there was going to be any changes to the fairground.
Yep. So of recently, the fair has been working on basically making it a lot easier to come in and out of the fair, especially for people who are in 4-H and FFA, to kind of make it easier for people to drop off their cattle. Because of now, it's very interesting to kind of get around, because what a lot of trucks with their trailers with their animals have to do is basically they have to go from off the road, come in here with their big trailers, and just basically unload their animals here. So this way, they're making kind of like a giant kind of like roundabout just for this, and they have a drop-off point for the animals. That's kind of like the main thing that they want to focus on, but along with many other things to help increase parking, to help development areas. But most of all, what they really want to do is kind of keep the aesthetics of the old fair while adding new ones to it as well.
That's a great vision, and that's very convenient. I'm really happy to hear that they're really wanting the feedback of the community too, so take advantage of that so you can be a part of this future vision for the fair.
Yeah. I mean, don't ask me if I know how long the fair has been going on for, because it's been going on for a long time.
All of our lives.
Yeah, more than our lives, pretty much probably more than ours combined. And any kind of last renovations that the Missoula County Fairgrounds has ever done from recent memories when the grandstands caught on fire and they had to build a new one. So like they just, yeah, it's definitely things are changing for the fair, but especially this year it's going to be free to the public, and I'm definitely excited. And
it's part of our history, really. You know, our history of this town. So
it's a way to also gather people from the county to come on down as well, just to kind of experience the fair and be involved. And there's a lot of things to get involved with here at the fair. They'll be happening basically soft opening today. The fair officially begins with all the rides and all the fun starting tomorrow morning, 11 a.m.
And in case you don't want to go online or you haven't seen one of these pamphlets at a local business, you can come down to the fairgrounds, and there's a fair office actually right over here, and it's right next to, sorry, what?
The commercial building?
The commercial building. And you can go into the fair office and pick it up.
Yep. You already go through these gates, and you can see the security office. You'll be able to see the fair office just right there.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Is there? I guess there's not much to say. The fair's gonna be great, and I hope you guys enjoy the fair. We'll be here updating you guys on what's going on. We'll be more specific on each of our days. So for MCAT, I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Johanna Champa, and we can't wait to keep you posted throughout this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.